It all started in 1908 when Robert Parcel Davy, whom was the buyer of Davy, bought 28,000 acres of Everglades land. The land at the time was used to grow oranges, and it was also home to cattle. In 1920, the Chaplin family took over Long Key and formulated it into a nursery business. A few years later, they sold one half of the land to the Ray family. It was used as a nursery until 1966, when Pioneer City was constructed, which contained canals, lakes, ferries, trains, and much more. This only lasted until 1974, when the Kapok Tree restaurant opened up, causing exotic plants to take over. In 1987, the restaurant closed and the land was bought by Broward County. There are many ecosystems that the Long Key Nature Center has. These ecosystems include several freshwater marshes and oak hammocks, as well as an ecotone. This is a resting place in between a freshwater marsh and an oak hammock. Ecotones are often used as a resting place for animals. These animals are split between the two biological communities that they inhabit. Often, one of these communities has more and richer species than the other. When I visited the Long Key Nature Center, it was the morning, around 10 o'clock in the morning. It was slightly cloudy outside, but the sun was just coming out. Upon looking at the soil, you can tell that it's very mineral rich due to the amount of grasses and plants that are growing. As you can see on the side, you can see some of the soil that is taking place around the plants. It is very dominated by a lot of weeds. This is common in a marsh wetland ecosystem. At my time of visit, it was extremely flooded. You can tell in the video that you could almost see the water touching the bridge, which means it's flooded at the time. There was no signs of drought. At the Long Key Nature Center, it is very diverse. Because you have the oak hammocks and you also have the marsh, there's a lot of area to walk, but you can also see that the marshes obviously aren't walking because they're covered in water. So what you can see is that although there are trails made obviously for us to walk, you can see that a lot of the soil that there is near the marsh is extremely damp, which no one can walk on. But as for the oak hammock, obviously it's a tree. So when you're walking along the path, there's a lot of grassy area. Although I couldn't find any creatures or animals when I was walking around because it was the morning, there was a few featured creatures that they said to look out for, even though I didn't find any. These creatures are the pig frog, the green heron, and the marsh rabbit. When I was looking around, I also noticed a few of these signs called invasive plant removed areas. Although it didn't list what invasive species they were, I think it was some sort of plant, obviously, and I saw that this plant was cut down a little bit. These were also some species, specifically birds, that they, had on a sign right when you came in, including the Anhinga, double-created cormorant, little blue heron, the green iguana, which I think I saw a few, green heron, common moorhen, just a few of those birds, although I didn't see any at the time. Long Key has such a history of being negatively impacted by humans, between the Pioneer City that was once held there, the restaurant that was once there. Now it's finally being restored and preserved to what it once was, which was part of the Everglades. But because for so long it was part of something that humans were walking on, taking over, building new resources on there, now it's finally being restored to South Florida habitat. In my opinion, the best thing and the most essential thing to preserve and maintain the beautiful nature of the Long Key Nature Center is important to leave all 2,760 square foot of the facility just to preserving. I think it's lovely for meetings and weddings and receptions, but we will have more human takeover there, and it makes humans think that they can destroy it once again. And I think it's really important that Broward County has now taken over, and to leave it that way and leave it as a national park where people can go visit and enjoy nature and walk and just, enjoy the breathtaking view of it. Overall, I think that the Long Key Nature Center is such an important place in Broward County, and I think we should all donate, visit, and focus on preserving that natural area so that we can enjoy it for a lifetime. All pictures and videos in this video were my own, Madison Rand. Also, I only use references from the site itself and friendsoflongkey.com, which has a lot of information about it, and it also is used as a resource to help raise funds for Long Key. Thank you for listening.